Hey, 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 how you doing tonight? Hello, hello, hello. Long time. um, Welcome to Life with Tashana. Ooh, it's on its oh no, it's there. Um, I came on tonight because hey Callie, how you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. Um, I came on tonight thinking about hello to everybody. Thank you all for joining tonight, coming for the conversation. This is an open conversation that we can have tonight, but this is something, and I didn't even know whether I was going to go live tonight, but I was just like, what do I have? I don't have anything to talk about tonight. um but I was sitting talking to my husband, and he started to tell me about something that happened to him back in the days. He said he was up under a car working on the car, and the door on the car closed on his fingers while he was up under the car working on it. Um, and he had told me about this story before, but I just don't remember feeling the way that I felt this time. So it's like, well, if you slam your fingers in the door, how did you get out? How did you get from under the car? He was like, he don't know. He maneuvered some kind of way. He maneuvered his body to be able to get from up under the car and get the door open. And then the next thing he says is he was doing something and he touched the fan that was in there, that was that was under the car. And I don't know, at this point, it's like the more he keeps talking, the more my stomach is starting to bother me. Like, it's as if I'm sitting there, and as he's telling me about what happened to him, it's like I can feel his pain or what he was going through when this thing was happening to him at this time. And so I'm looking at him and I'm blinking my eyes and I'm like, it's enough. I don't need to know the rest of the story. Just don't tell me anything else. Hey Shalissa, how you doing, girl? um, so I'm just like, don't tell me anything else about it, because I can feel what you're talking about. I feel it. Uh-oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry. Thank you, sister. Okay, but what I was saying was, as he telling me about what happened to hey Dion, um, as he was telling me what was happening to him, it's like I can feel it. Now I had other experiences like this, and I told about it one time, but my sister was in labor one time, and while I was in the room with her, I could feel her contractions. So somebody told me about this before, but is there anybody else that be like, somebody's telling you about something that happened to them, but like you can feel their pain? Like I feel other people's pain, like when they telling about a story or something that happened to them. Um and I haven't I there is somebody on here that was on here in my live one night that I was talking to, and they were telling me, use the same word. This is empaths. That's the same thing that if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Mo that said it. Um yeah, it is in it, like as he was telling me his story tonight, it was literally like it was making my stomach hurt and everything. It was almost like him telling me the story is like sitting and watching your little baby fall and skin their knee and then just, I don't know. It's like almost cringy like feeling. But I can, as people talking to me, I can feel their pain. And that's the word that I was looking for. Somebody had mentioned to me once before being an empath. I've heard the word before, but I've never looked it up or anything. But all I know is that I feel, and I knew one. I as a little girl, I knew of this other girl from back in the days. Hey, Shauna, that's so funny to be. Well, my name is. Well, my dad said my name is Tashana, but everybody called me Shauna while I was growing up, and some people call me by my regular name, but everybody just say Shauna, so that's the name, and it's sticking to it. Yeah, it does. It makes me feel real cringy when it happens, and so by now my husband knows about it. So right when he was telling me about him, I thought he stuck his finger in the fan. And I ain't gonna go in too much into a detail, but I was like, well, I say you lucky you still have your fingers. And he was like, what you talking about my fingers? It wasn't my finger, it was my arm. And then proceeds to stick his arm out, but I already know what he about to show me because I've seen this mark from back in the days. This mark from way back in the days of where he had like it's a wound that's already healed or whatever. And I knew what he was about to show me, and I was like, goodbye. I said, let me go and talk to my YouTube people because you playing too much right about now. I said, I'll find something to talk about. I said, but no, we is not about to get into that. It's like it's like it doesn't matter how, even it doesn't have to be something so bad. It's like it can be something, you know, it's like when I'm talking to somebody and they telling me about something that they're going through or something that they, it's like it's almost like I'm sitting right there next to them, and like it make you even feel like crazy trying to explain it to somebody what it's like talking to somebody on the phone. It's like you can feel everything that they going through. Yeah, it's weird. Those who know, but I can definitely feel it. I was about to say, yeah, all of those things right there. I feel all of that. I feel people's sadness. Um I have a lot of different things be tugging on me, and that's why I'll be like, now I'm being more and more comfortable with being a loner because I can feel everybody's stuff. And I don't know what is people that go through that, is that considered it's got is it a blessing, or is it a curse? I don't know. Not that I don't want to feel for people, or I don't know. I don't even know what to think about it, because like especially when you haven't gotten a chance to think outside of the box about it, or you ain't talked to somebody else who experience it who experiences it, I haven't really had any conversations with anybody else that go through those things. So it's like when you're trying to talk to somebody about it that may not understand it, is what do you call it? What is it? So um somebody, if somebody say that they got a toothache, because I've had a toothache before, I automatically can take that pain, and it's like I'll feel, and I don't even necessarily know if it's the other person's pain. It's just that I know what that pain feel like. So like I can feel it. I can feel when somebody, yeah. I don't know. It's a lot of deep thought. So I don't know. Did anybody in here get to watch the full interview of Mary Kay Letourneau and Vili Falal? I don't know if anybody remember that story. It was a while back. I had talked a little bit on that last night, but I didn't even get halfway through, not even halfway through the video when I had a million and one questions. But yeah, I have to look more into what it is to be an empath, because I am clueless about that. And I need to get my and then this one other thing, I gotta take me some more pictures, because I know I ain't been doing none of the right things lately. It's like trying to separate from other things I had deleted and stop. I mean, it ain't no. I can say this: I worked hard to get to the place that I am and to lose the weight that I lost, to only now be back eating chocolate and drinking sodas again. Um I have to get back on my grind. It's a whole lot going on. Still ain't no excuse. But definitely having that moment where you jumped off the bandwagon for a little bit, and then it's time to get back on it. But you know, I ain't putting too much stress on it or whatever, but I like to put it in the atmosphere and just let it, because I've been sharing it anyways, via my pictures and everything. So can share the if I can share the loss, I can also share the gain. That work in both ways. You got to share the loss so you'll be able to share the gains when you make them. So hold on one second. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. Okay, then. Now, I got one more. Anybody, is there anybody? Okay, say somebody does something, but they want you to pretend like you didn't see what they just saw you do. How I'm gonna call you on live? You want to hit the link or something? You talking about call you? um, I too lost weight and now I'm back craving Pepsi and candy. It's so frustrating because I can see the weight creeping back up. Well, Callie, that's the same thing that I'm going through right now. And I can't necessarily say that I see it, but I feel like I feel it. And my husband says he tired of me asking him the question. So he said from now on, if I ask the question, he just gonna tell me, yes, you're gaining weight. So I can't say nothing to him no more. And then I don't jump on the scale, but the thing is, I don't jump on the scale all the time like that. But the thing is, if I speak it out loud and I say that I'm making those mistakes, it will help me. So it's like I'm telling you all so I can hold myself accountable because I, put it into the atmosphere to stop myself from doing those things the same way I started back doing it again. So, and it ain't been too far. It ain't been too far gone, but it's been going on long enough. So, yeah, so I put it out in the atmosphere. But okay, I see what you're saying, Pretty Brown. I got you. But yeah, Callie, the same thing. My thing is it's Coca-Cola with me and chocolate peanut clusters and all of that stuff. Like I was staying away from all of that kind of stuff, but it's like those are like comfort things that I run back to, whatever. And so now it's just like let me release it out so then I can get back on track and do it. And that don't mean tomorrow I may not have me one a Coca-Cola or something tomorrow, but I try and stay away from it. I don't, don't bring it inside of the house or none of that stuff like that. And so I try not to get that kind of stuff anyways. But hey, Miss Coffee, how you doing tonight? Try to just keep some of that stuff going. But this was the as long as I look into this chat, then I'll get thrown off. But what I was going to talk about is, I know I say it's how long, this was one of the questions I had for myself. How long you going to keep pretending like people can't see the truth? Ooh. How many people around you that want you to pretend like they blind, like you didn't see you didn't see what I saw you when you just did that. I saw it. I'm not blind. And then if I repeated to you what exactly it was that I saw you do, I'm the bad person for pointing out said thing. Yeah. Do you how long do you do that? And just hate for you to say anything about said bad behavior. I did it, but you can't say anything about it, you know. So let me see. I'm trying to drop the link. I haven't dropped one in a long time. So if anybody would like to hit the link tonight, I'm dropping a link for tonight. But if I ain't never saw you before, then you definitely have to cam up in the background. before I allow you to come up. But if you would like to come up and have a conversation on this topic. But and other than that, then I don't know I don't know what else I wrote down in this notebook, but I say, oh, the next part of it is okay, I'll read it because if you're gonna do it, be able to stand in it and not be offended that it happened and somebody said it out loud, because usually if it ain't being said out loud, it's a lot of whispering going on. Is that a lie? Is it the truth? It be a lot of whispering going on, even when it ain't, when nobody ain't saying it out loud, but it's a whole bunch of whispering going on in the background. And that be a lot of things that sometimes it make me angry, and other times it don't make me angry, because the same one that do the whispering is standing back, not saying anything. Welcome to the panel. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, mom? You all right?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead, finish. I was listening to what you were saying, though.
Yeah, okay then. But the same people that are whispering to you, telling you all of the things that you know, if you're standing in a room, and not that they coming back and telling me what a said person did, but I've also witnessed this person do it. So now that I know it's a problem amongst, and usually it's like a family thing. If you know there's a problem amongst the whole thing, it's like, okay, then let's have a conversation about it instead. Now I'll say it, but everybody looking at me with their lip turned up because I'm the one that'll say something about it. And I'm being the one looked at in the room as if you dead wrong for saying anything, but ain't nobody wrong for coming to whisper it to me. And I never do call those people out, because I don't look at it as everybody have to be that strong that they stand up and they do the same thing because that's what you do. No, I don't think that. But I'm just saying, if you turn around and look at the looks in the room, they've all complained about this same thing, but ain't nobody ain't gonna say nothing. Nobody ain't gonna back you on what you're saying. Know that they came and complained about this same thing. If I'm making sense in what I'm saying, because I can
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on and on.
But see, and that's the thing about it. We quick to whisper and talk about it, but we ain't trying to find no solution to the problem. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
boy,
saying? And
that
go ahead, go ahead.
I like to, I'm a problem solver, and I feel like
Right, right.
the whispering thing behind the back or whatever, I can understand you may want to come to somebody and talk to them about a resolution, but then when the resolution is on the table, let's talk about it right now. None of those people that was whispering, they don't got nothing to say when you're
Because
in.
they want to keep because they want to keep their foot on his neck. It's like kicking a person when they down. You understand? Like when I was doing drugs and stuff like that, ain't nobody, everybody talked about it, but nobody tried to come and give me no help. Even my mama cried out to some family members, and they were like, "Isn't we don't know what to do? You know how Jermaine is. He get to," but they never came and tried to talk to me. But
Mm-hmm.
then, like when I see over for a while,
Your
somebody
audio messing up.
don't
Your
want to
audio
talk about it
messing.
because at the end of the day, oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, like today, now that I done been in sobriety and I done been in recovery, and I know people, whether it be friends or family, and we sitting here and we want to gossip. Gossip is cool sometimes, but when we keep gossiping about the same thing, it becomes annoying. So what we gonna do to help this person? Because I don't
Right.
want to talk about it, and I'm finna tell
Right.
them that y'all talking about them. So you know what I'm saying?
As long as it's gossip, is good. It's good to talk about it. But as soon as it's brought to the table, like let's have a conversation about it so that you can change the way that you do those things, and let's see. And on top of it, nobody's nobody ain't gonna do anything if they can't see the picture of themselves. Like okay, say like you got this person over here, this person over here, and this person over here saying the same thing about you, and none of them don't know each other.
Right.
Obviously, there's a problem. I try to share this different situations with them so that they can see themselves. No, you're actually doing this one thing, and it doesn't matter how many times. And then they can agree to, yeah, I did those things, but it still don't tell me about it. Don't tell me
Now,
about
if I go on here and I tell you something about somebody and we don't know each other from a can of paint, some reason I'm deflecting something off of me because I want you to look at them. I don't want you to look at me. Let's talk about them. What did you get? Why is you always already painting a bad picture for a person we don't even know, that you don't even know? So now you'd already put a stereotype on this person. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, he just stole from me before, girl. Get your purse. You know he steal. Nah, just because I stole from you don't mean I'm gonna steal from them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know them.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna steal from them. Bro.
listen. Well, listen. I take everything. I take everything as a warning. It doesn't mean that it. Okay, if somebody said that to me, I'm gonna take them just for what they said. But I move in that way. In that way, anyways. But if let me see. I forget what I was gonna say. I move in that way. If somebody said that to me, that in that way, that this person steals and they whispered it to me or whatever, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move accordingly. But I wouldn't be treating that person no different if they didn't, especially if they haven't stolen anything from me. But I ain't gonna be no fool and pretend like I didn't just get the information.
Right, right, right. But but 9 times out of 10, though, what did you give me that information for? Now I don't know. Well, I guess it could be good information but at the end of the day, though, I didn't come in here for that information. You know what I'm saying? Why
Yeah.
y'all let the thief in the party anyway? Y'all know he a thief. You invited him.
Well, that's how it
Come on,
that's
man.
how it go though. Bring all the extra information to the table that you didn't ask for. That's how I get a lot of information that's volunteered, and then when I didn't ask for it, oftentimes coming from the person that I'm having the conversation with. But you know, if
But
the
I'm gonna
same thing that they told me, if I regurgitate it back to them again, their story that they told me, then I usually end up being the one that they mad about is one of the situation I'm talking about. Hey, Pretty Brown, welcome to the panel, sis.
My brother, get ready for the big payback.
Woo! What are you doing?
Oh my God. Going out to the dryer to find that it's open. You know, I'm out in the country, so my dryer out in the woods.
Girl, anyway.
It
Okay,
is
back.
out in the woods. That's why I'm in the dark.
What you add to the conversation tonight?
I don't know, but um, I'm trying to follow along. Cause girl, I don't want to take y'all too off topic, but girl, you said something the other month, and I was sitting down mid conversation with somebody, and boom, it came down like St. Helens volcano erupted. I was like, this is what she was talking about. And you tried to give Tinch clues. But that's why I was like, girl, call me because
Well, I don't anything that I give to you, I don't like to give you the whole thing. I want you to have something left to think about when you gone, and when you get it, you get it. You'll get it.
because I did not get it, child.
Yeah, you'll get it. But what I was talking about is like, did you hear what I read? My the thing that I read in the subject we was on was how long you gonna keep pretending like people can't see the truth. If you gonna do it, be able to stand in it and not be offended that it happened and somebody said it out loud. Because usually, if it ain't being said out loud, it's a lot of whispering going on.
Oh, I ain't there yet.
No.
Yeah,
But that's
cause
what we was talking about.
I'll keep my
cause
secret.
like it done been times I done been around people and they be um, like I'm dating or somebody or something. They be like, yeah, your homeboy told me you used to smoke dope and all this here. I'm like, yeah, I used to smoke dope, but did that nigga tell I used to whoop his ass and take his dope? He ain't
Oh
tell you all
God.
that though, did he?
No.
Yeah, he ain't, but that's the thing about it. They don't want to tell the bad part. They don't want to tell the whole story. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm
they're
saying?
not
Like,
gonna.
I don't. They don't, and that's the thing about it. That's why, like, I guess once you get older, you get tired of listening to the BS. Like,
Well,
okay,
does
so
that bother you? Does that stuff bother you if somebody do make those statements toward
oh
you?
no, because I done been to AA. I done worked my 12 steps. I tell you, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, and in the
Okay.
moment, I might it might go down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm practicing some principles and I'm getting closer to God in my life, so I really don't be on that type of time. But I
Yeah.
mean, it don't make me mad no more, but it used to. You know what I'm saying? Like for
Yeah.
real,
Right.
like.
Right.
But it be more of a shock that like these people you love telling people that like. And like you say, that's somebody they don't know. They see me with a person, see me with a female, or see me with one of my homeboys, and you just tell them dry information like shit, 9 times out of 10, if they with
I
me,
want
we
people
getting
to
high
see
together.
where
So
you
what are
are
you telling
now.
them for?
Listen,
Uh
your mic make Miss
oh,
Mary.
you know what? I got
You
to
want
hook up
people
to
to
this car.
see where you are now.
Yeah. Oh, she was saying
Right, right.
you
Hold on.
want people to, but would you agree that the people that have lived around you are they so you can only go by what a person has shown you in your past until your past like start to make if you did 50 wrongs you got to do you got to do 50 rights to catch back up. You understand what I'm saying? It's like it's a certain time period, like you're the ones that were close to you and saw you going through that situation to you get to a certain point where they believe you. Oh, okay, then they back on track. And I do agree that it can take a while for them to believe it.
Right, right, right. But these, well, yeah, and it do be like that sometimes too. But at the end of the day, but it's like it's gonna always be that stain on your back. I don't care how much you try to get it right, they gonna still, you got that one person in the family that just ain't going, or somebody just ain't. They always got their face frowned up, like you ain't never happy. You always got something bad to say about somebody. Like the sun don't never shine on your street. Damn. You got people like that. And I be wondering, what is you hiding? What is the problem with you? Why is you always
Yeah.
miserable? Why is you always spread bad news? We can be a baby can just be born, but the baby got cancer. Well, oh man, come on, man. Like we don't care.
No, I know I actually do know somebody who you can be having the greatest of conversation and they'll come in and automatically dump all negativity, right on your head. So now I definitely know know a couple of people like that.
Like it's a point in time to say something for everything. But like you say though, we see the lie. When is you gonna address the lie? 'Cause we know you lying. We know you hiding something. When is you gonna come out the closet? I ain't talking about on the other side. I'm talking about
Yeah,
just come out the closet on your BS.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell
Like,
the
come on,
truth
man.
and shame the devil.
Yeah, like come on, man. And it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people on YouTube that do that. It's a lot of them, and I'm meeting them. And I'm like, you know what? Look here, man. Cause this ain't the type of time or party. You know, I'm trying to stay free. I don't care about all the BS. Who doing this? Who doing that? What can we do to uplift somebody? Like how you doing right now? You know, we might be helping somebody stop lying right now and go and tell the truth. Look here, I've been wanting to tell y'all. I've been stealing the church money. You know, anything. Somebody
You
come on
know,
out and free themselves right now.
hey, in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus, don't free yourself right now. You ain't got to live in that lie no more. You
All
know
right,
what
come
I'm
on out.
saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
I know that's right. But no, I'm just I don't have a problem being the one that said you and I haven't run into I know that I definitely know there will be a time that you will run into somebody on these streets on here for sure. um you know, you gonna get nothing but negativity from them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
um how to move with it, you know, I have no clue until I cross that bridge. But I definitely know this on this app and out here in the real world, two different there's two different ways to deal with them. Which how you deal with 'em when they coming at you in that way. And that's this is something that's your testimony now, anyways.
Say that one more time. How do I? What's up,
I
little
said
doggy?
you said that somebody coming after you or something out here, you running into different people on the internet, and when you run into those people, I know the internet and real world is two different places. How do you deal with those people? And plus, your story now is your testimony.
Well, now that cause since I'm getting more, my channel getting more bigger on YouTube, and the people I deal with, I gotta understand. I can't treat people on the internet like I treat people in the street because half of these people I never meet. So at the end of
Right.
the day, I treat them like, okay, so you want to play games? Look here, bro. I'm gonna say all the kind of stuff I can, cause see what you want me to do is get off God's message. See, the devil gonna always try to come in some type of way and
Every
intercept
time.
the message. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, oh, see now when you get in tune with God, you'll recognize the devil. Oh, I
Uh-huh.
know what this is, but it just came out of nowhere. I know this the devil right here, man. Look here, don't let the devil use you. Please don't do. You know what I'm saying? I get
Distractions.
to talking to him. I talk to him like that because see, I know what type of time you on. And look here, bro. Because when I first came on, here, I'm arguing with. I don't even know who it is. I'm arguing at a circle with a letter in it. I don't even know who these people is.
Can't even do
And I
nothing.
was,
Can't even do nothing with that. But you
yeah,
know,
and I'm looking more stupider arguing with them because it's people that been on YouTube longer than me. See, I thank God that your channel ain't like that. You know what I'm saying right now? Because but it was the people that I was dealing with. Like I was dealing with Charleston White and all them and Dewberry. So once and some of they trolls came over there messing with me because I fooled with them. But as I backed away from everybody, it kind of slacked down. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I gotta understand what God put me on here for. When I say when I started my podcast, I want to do mental health. I want to do this, that, and the third. But I still get a troll every once in a while trying to detour what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not perfect, and some days I might feel like arguing with an avatar. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to stop and catch myself because I'm not. I'm human at the end of the day. But it just take practice. It take practice.
no,
Even with people.
I'm human over here too. So I hope you don't think that because I'm sure you done looked over here a time or two and seen you didn't see this same person who you see right now. So no, I have days too, and I can't tell you one day I may not be feeling it, and a troll or something come over here, and you don't see nothing that look like Jesus over here.
Right,
So,
right.
you know, I don't know. And to me too, I don't think too much about the people when I'm thinking about that. Because ain't none of these people got no heaven or hell to put me in. So
Right,
I
right.
don't care nothing about them about. And so for me, if I have a bad day or something happen on the internet, the same way when I'm in my real life, on the days that I do things that I don't find that God would be pleased with me, I go and I talk to him about it. Not
Now,
to
when,
not
when
to
it
the
come
people
to,
that I can't
oh, go
please.
ahead. Now, when it come to real life people, oh
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I just walk away. I know I'm going to jail because I ain't got time, bro. I'm not finna. I don't. Today, my soul. What I ask God to help me with,
Mm-hmm.
cause you gotta understand, I was a street person. I was in the streets. I was gang banging and all that. So now that I done asked God to take all that chaos and confusion out of my life and messiness, I can't even be around it. Like I get
Yeah.
my body get like I don't know if you ever been somewhere and you just get a nervous vibe, like a bad vibe, like oh no, I need to move around.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what I
and the
was
person
talking
ain't
about
got to do
earlier.
nothing but open their mouth up, and I just like, oh, it's something about their voice, or it's just something about them. I don't, and it
It's
never,
true,
God
man.
ain't never steered me
You
wrong.
can feel nothing good ain't finna happen there. I, I've
Hmm.
I've been when I used to in my clubbing days, when I would go to the club, that same feeling, what I can sense that you're talking about, is the
Hmm.
same feeling that I would get when it's like I could feel the energy in the room or something change. Like I can feel that there's a negative something going on in the room. And I always
Hmm.
been the person to say to the people, because I was always the designated driver. Um, hey, everybody who roll with me, we finna roll up out of here right now. Anybody giving any argument, I don't mind leaving them. And every time I done left from a something go down every single time, and it's all of it is in the newspaper. And I
Right.
said, those are things that made me start paying attention to when the energy shift in places. Like the same thing when you said, I move around, I move away from that place and move over here. I don't got time for all the conflict and stuff. Um, yeah, it don't be worth it. So yes, I
like,
get
my,
the feeling that you're talking
like,
about, and I get it. It's time to go to.
like my wife, she got a homegirl. Like everybody, always the problem. I'm like, well, it's funny how always something go off when you around. You don't think you the person. You don't think you the problem. Maybe it's you. It ain't the people, it's you. Because ain't nowhere in the world you'd have been around 5 different people and got into an argument with them. It gotta be you.
Hey,
Oh,
it
this
could.
person don't like me. Man, girl, you don't like yourself. I was now when I see a car, I be like, baby, I'm finna go outside. I'm finna go water the dog or something. I don't know what I'm finna do. I'm finna get away from her.
Yeah. No, it's no. I definitely have some people that I know that's like that, and one of them is has a very heavy attitude, and her attitude costs her everything all the time. Somebody constantly complaining about her attitude, and it doesn't matter how many times you tell her about it. It's just like she doesn't see it herself. And let allow
Heard that.
well, if that's the way you want to
I
go,
kind of believe it.
you might or
Let me ask you this though, because I kind of believe this to be kind of true. But they say a lot of times when you don't like a person, is because it's something in you that they y'all like got something alike. But I kind of believe and I kind of don't. Sometimes, yeah, if a person got a mouth like mine, yeah, I can't be around you because this is gonna be a cussing match and a fighting match. I already know where this gonna go. But do you believe that, like, if you don't like a person, that's because it's something in you that you don't like, or something that in your spirit you used to be like, and you don't want to be around it?
I'm trying to think. Cause I don't have a lot of people who I don't like.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of people who I won't deal with though. Not that
Mm.
it's not that I don't like them or whatever, but you know, me myself too. Anyways, I'm kind of like I've always been like a loner.
Uh-huh.
I don't be around a whole bunch of people like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, and I very seldom do I meet somebody who I don't like.
Right, right.
It's a couple people, but they are very few and far in between. So but I mean, you have to, if it literally have to be a name you mention, and I have to graze across it, and I'll be like, but if it's one that's triggered when you say it, trust me, it'll be written all over my face. You will know. It ain't no
Yeah.
hiding it. If I don't
And
like
I
you, I
didn't
just
know,
don't like you. I ain't gonna even pretend. I can't pretend.
man, I don't even know I be doing it. My daughter, my wife, all of them say I could tell when you around somebody, your whole demeanor and face change. I'm like, no, it don't. I don't. They had to take a picture and show me. My daughter stood off it and say, "See, look, Daddy, you do when you
You'll
around certain
realize
people,
that
yo." They say I give them the funky face, like something stink. I look at them like I don't be knowing I be doing that though. Like, but it is what it is though. Ain't like I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I really don't be want to be around because sometimes, and that's the thing about being married, or you gotta be around certain people because that's your wife people, and you know, but and you don't want to act like a sore thumb, I guess you would say. But man, look here.
Mm-mm. No, I done been in those situations before. Mm-mm. I feel now somebody else may say different, but I feel like if you just don't vibe with them, I don't care if they family, not family. If you don't
Oh,
vibe, hey, if you see, I almost said something just there, but I said, Shauna, calm down, because when I get these type of situations right here, like my whole demeanor can change. To be honest, when it come down to that, I don't care if they family, in-laws, whatever they is. If I don't vibe with you, I don't want to be around you, and I ain't gonna be around you. Period. And
right.
the same. I actually prefer that. I actually feel, but that doesn't mean other people don't think differently. I also feel like that if my husband doesn't vibe with people in my family, then you don't have to be around them. You don't have to hang around them. You know, go do your thing. You know,
Yeah, I
I
need you to talk to my wife then.
yeah. No, I just people want people to get along in everyday life. Real people don't get along with. You just don't vibe with somebody, and you don't. Do you want? It's gonna if you pushing it or you forcing it. Is it a real relationship anyways? Are you just faking the phone, you know, to deal with them, you know?
Yeah, and it'd be more like, you know, you got like she got one cousin. He want to, everything is tough. Like, bro, yeah, I had to whoop me and whoop the whoop, like, and with my gang banging TDC penitentiary mind, I'm thinking like, man, my nigga, you talking to me like you gonna whoop me or something? Like, you know, like I
If
be
I ask,
you know,
let me ask you a question.
uh huh.
For you to for you to live that type of life, do you really approach people and start saying to them, telling them those type of things if really that's what you do on a day-to-day basis?
What you
It,
mean, like?
no, I'm saying the way that person is saying all of that, what they do to somebody and how they'll do to somebody. But when you really live your life doing those things, you ain't out there.
Nah, you don't.
You're not
Nobody,
bragging to nobody.
a
You just
killer don't walk up and say they a killer.
right.
I mean, that's not with two tips.
Well, I don't
No.
want to get my page flag, so don't say that word.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I forgot.
Right.
Yeah, but when you like, and that's the thing about it. Like, this what we used to say when I was growing up. It's a little bit different now with the younger generation. But when we growing up, we say gangsters move in silence.
Right.
We don't.
That's what I'm talking about. So I'm
You
saying,
see,
anytime I hear that, listen. Even okay, so you got it from like a manly point of view. Let me come at you from a woman's point of view. If I have a woman I'm on the phone with, and all of they telling me about is I'm cleaning this and I'm cleaning that and I'm cleaning this, and oh, this got so much of this on there, and the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, like, who really sit on the phone and talk about what they cleaning?
right? Like,
to me, it works the same way. I feel like you just BSing with me, and you want me to believe that you're doing all of those things, because I can be on the phone and be done cleaned down I don't know how many things, and I'm not gonna say not one time that I'm cleaning a vent, or I'm cleaning off the wall. If you about it, then you just doing it. You not.
It goes back to what you said earlier. Somebody in the street saying her house dirty. You just don't know.
And that's the only reason why you're trying to make somebody understand that. It's because really you don't do that. Because I'm like, you really talking about that? We do that. It's like you talking about cleaning the vent that's in front of the air conditioner. Well, we do that usually every Saturday, and sometimes on Wednesday if need be, but how long has it been since you clean yours? Stuff like that right there, as I'm saying, is the same thing as him approaching and having that whole conversation about what he do to people in the streets. Unless you got on that conversation by, have you ever felt this way about doing something like that or whatever, you trying to talk yourself away from it. But for somebody to just come up on you and that's what they let you know for real.
Yeah, but really, would that be sometimes they be trying to pull your coattail, like to make you like, oh, I better not mess with him, bro. I'm not trying to hear that. You got to show me that. I need to see that. I don't, Then it goes back to, like you say, with like it burns me up when people say, yeah, I just got through paying my bill. That's what you're supposed to do. That's nothing to talk about. You're supposed to pay your bills. That's what bills are for.
You give to them when you don't want them to ask you for no money. Oh no, nigga, I just finished paying all my bills. I ain't got no money.
Or they trying to get some money.
Yeah,
that could be a reverse.
Yeah, then you gotta throw that line. I just finished paying all because I ain't got no money to give to you.
Yeah. Yeah, because you should have factored that in with the bill money. Maybe it kills me, bro. Like, I don't know. And it be our people, though. It just, man, black people just makes me laugh sometimes. Like, I be like, man, I want to be trans white sometimes. I just want to be white. I don't even want to deal with my own people sometimes.
Not you want to change your color.
Yeah, I just want. Well, if you can change your sexual identity, man, I'm gonna just walk around and say, no, I'm white. I'm Caucasian, but I'm black though. Please don't call me an N-word. I don't say that.
You get to pick what you want to be called. So yeah.
Yeah. And I argue somebody up and down if they tell me anything different.
All righty then.
If
you believe it, then you can.
But I mean, us as people, man, we need to stop and I'm glad you brought up this topic, because that's a lot of what I talk about. Is like, why should we whisper? Don't put it out there, man. Pull them to the side. But it's like, we like gossip. I don't like gossip no more. And I'm just 42 years old, but I know if God ever let me see 50, people ain't gonna like me. They kind of don't like me now, because I'm gonna put it out there, man. Say, man, look here, man, let's go and talk about it. I don't got time for all that, or leave it alone.
Yeah, that's how my husband like that. He just, I call him, he borderline rude. he don't mince what they say. He don't mince words. He just
Yeah,
he flat out say what he gonna say, and he mean what he say when he say it. So it's like
yeah,
me. I tend to be. I approach everybody in unless I'm having a really bad day. I always have a smile on my face when I approach people. And according to whatever energy you give me, it's almost like then my energy turns to match whatever energy until like we get like some understanding or something. So you can get three different,
yeah.
4, 5 different emotions from me according to how it go when we first initially meet.
Cause my girl, all, my daughter, all everybody say I'm rude, but I don't feel like it. Man, I grew up like life is straightforward. It's no sugar. My mama taught me that at a young age. There's no sugar coating. This is what it is. There's no beating around the bush. Straightforward. I'm gonna give it to you. I don't know how you want, cause everybody say you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know. Well, shit, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I just really don't even want to talk to nobody sometimes. I really don't. Cause
When
my
you say,
girl
"Well,
be
I don't know
nervous, my
what I'm
daughter
supposed
be nervous. They don't know what I might say. And
to tell
they
me
don't.
where are you from?
I'm from Houston.
Oh yeah, because you got like that. You got that southern drawl, like yeah, like you from the dirty side for real. Hell,
Yeah,
yeah, that's my. When I say that to my husband, it's like you couldn't say that. You couldn't say that no better. He was like, "Well, hell, how I supposed to say it?" He said,
yeah, like
I said it just the way I'm gonna say it," and like, and he don't be trying to change it at all. He said, "Well, hell, you want to say it different? You say it." I'd be like, "Never mind. Just don't even worry about it." Yeah.
cause I always tell, cause my daughter be like, you gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
Oh,
Um,
I don't think a lot of men worry about them
yeah,
worry
cause
about
feelings
that.
are temporary.
Yeah.
Feelings are temporary. If I stomp on your toe right now, tomorrow it might not hurt the same. That hurt gonna be temporary. All that feeling gonna be temporary, man. You
Well,
got
is
a
it gonna
headache,
say
you think.
sorry if you stump their toe?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't that rude. Yeah, if it's on accident. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I will confess and I will tell y'all, I have tripped some people kids because they was bad and running around the house. I have done that. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
hell
If your
no.
child bad and you see him on the floor by 2 feet from me, I tripped him. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sit your ass down. Excuse me. Sit your butt down somewhere. Sit your butt down somewhere.
Is that one? Is that the? Is they parents one of them parents that be sitting in the room watching their kids be bad as I don't know what, but they ain't gonna say it
Yes, and I'm gonna
and let
tell you
them get away
something.
with murder.
That right there, because I'm my mama we from the old school. I'm
Mhm.
from a time, cause see, I'm from a time where you can get a whooping from anybody. And I'm not that old, but my mama was that old, so she'll
Right.
give the neighbor permission if you know what I'm saying. But I'm from that time where we used to get paddlings in school. So like,
Yeah.
I don't believe it. Say, man, I'm finna move around. Cause your child ain't finna talk back to me. Your child ain't gonna tell me to shut up. I swear, I'm not. I'm just like what Bernie Mac said, boy. It's sad how Jermaine messed them kids up. I swear I will, man. Look here. You don't want to be grown, cause that's how it was. Like I'm from a time you couldn't sit in the room with grown ups. We had
Yeah.
to go do something,
Yep. No, we
anything.
was that's how we was raised too. As even certain times, I told you my mama them used to send us um certain people come over and we staring in their mouth when they talking. My mama get go in your room. You can't come out until the company leave. You still be listening to everything they saying though.
Right, right. From a distance, though. At least play it off. They just didn't want you to look directly at them. At least play it off.
Hell no, you sit right in front of them like this right here.
Like it would, like today, like a lot of parents, and they my generation, 80s babies, like, bro, they let their kids, well, they kind of grown now, but when we was coming up, like, bro, we smoking weed, your child right here,
No,
go play,
no, no, that's
your child higher than me.
Yeah, and then too today a lot of these adults don't have no they don't have any respect also for the kids, but they expect the kids to have respect for them. And it's
Right,
like
right.
you have to have boundaries in between all of that stuff if that's the way you gonna roll with it. Separate the two, you know.
Only thing my daughter did was have a baby because that's what I just did. Went and go got some milk for my grandbaby. My daughter, that's the only thing my daughter really did was have a child at an early age. But she's 17 and her baby 2 months. But you know, I ain't trip out about it. And and I heard you saying something, and that's a big thing. I am self accountability. I gotta hold myself accountable for things. 'Cause like I say, I was gang banging. I was in and out of jail in my child life, and I felt like I wasn't there enough in her life. Maybe she was looking for love in all the wrong places. But I ain't. Some parents will jump on it. Oh, you got me a grandparent at a young age. Man, look here, man. I embrace that baby. That's my baby, and we gonna deal with it. God don't never give us too much we can't handle.
Right.
And I get a chance to be in this child life the way I wasn't in yours. So now I get to be a father and a grandfather at the same time, and I'm embracing it. And if
Well,
this
good.
baby get to acting up and acting bad, I'm gonna trip her too. Anybody can get it.
Well,
That's it.
congratulations on your new grandbaby. And you know what? That
Mhm.
that was something that I have fought and fought. That was one of my prayers that I constantly keep.
Uh-huh.
Um, it ain't so much on the forefront of my mind at this time, but it was something that because I got pregnant with my first baby at 14. So
Okay.
I definitely did not want that for any of my kids. Ooh,
Right.
and I did it so far out of 14. I got 3 left to go. To get over the threshold, and I'm happy with the ones that I've to make it through. Not one that has had a baby in their teenage years, period. Not at all. Um and hopefully the other 3 do the follow the same suit. I don't wish that on anybody because man, it's so much that you can do. Um and unfortunately some of us don't know that there's a whole lot of other things that we can be doing besides just that. But that baby is definitely a little blessing just to show us they made it here and they were sent here for a purpose. So um even though I wished I could have been a lot older, but a lot of different circumstances was happening with me to get me to that point or whatever. So but I'm happy to hear that you acknowledge that you took accountability for it. I could have did things um a lot different, and those are some of the same things that I did with my kids. Acknowledged the things that I did wrong or that I could have did in a different way. um and I think that helps you get over the hump, acknowledging that yeah, I messed up. We all mess up.
Cause you gotta understand. Yeah, cause you gotta understand. At least 35 to 38 of my years I've been messing up. So like the last 4, 5 years, I'm really being a man. So I'm like 5 years old trying to be a man and still learning. You feel what I'm saying? And be a father. And now I'm a grandfather. So like it's like I'm learning as I go because what I really come to find out is parents make mistakes. Everybody got their own way of being a parent. You know what I'm saying? You just
Mhm.
gotta take take advice from people because I like Like now, it's like it's crazy. Like even though my mama dead and gone, it's like deja vu when I be telling my daughter stuff. It's the same thing my mama used to tell me. It'd be like deja vu, and I have a moment where I have to pause and like it's like my mom. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's like I'm saying the same thing my mama used to say. You know what I'm saying? And I used to hate to hear her say that, but I gotta tell my child the same stuff. It'd be crazy. Now I got a grandchild. Oh man, this is. But you know what though? I thank God for every moment of it. I swear. I ain't gonna be. I ain't mad.
Well, they
I
already
think I
here now.
probably. Huh?
I say it's already here
Huh?
now. So might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Though the dude she had a baby with, he going through situations, but see, that's what I'm saying. It's like God put me in his life because he got his daddy in the penitentiary, his mama in the penitentiary,
Oh, he
the baby
he
daddy.
resembles you in some ways, right?
No, he listens because
No, but
at
I'm
the end of the
saying
day,
what I'm saying to you is your daughter went and found who you are.
man, that's what I'm saying. Oh, you hit
Yeah.
me in my heart when you said that. Like
No, and
I'm talking about.
it is just the truth. What, and I've been talking about it for a while, not on here, but it's something that I recognize, and I try to tell my family about. You will look for who your daddy is in the streets. I can see it even with my kids. Like one of if my daughter's talking to a guy that he don't know how to he can't check the oil, he can't change his tire, no nothing like that.
Hold on, real quick.
What I was saying was if one of my daughters meet a guy or something and they don't know how to check no oil, they can't change a tire, they don't know how to put an AC unit in the window or none of that right there, she gonna complain about him. How do I gonna complain about him? Because I can hear the little complaints happening in the background, and I tell my daughters every time, the reason you complaining about it is because you out there looking for the man that your daddy is.
Yeah.
That's not your, and I know that because I've been watching these girls out of 14 children. I have all girls except for 4. So I know what they be looking at, and some of them they were birthed from me. They're other family members' kids. So hi Tasha, how you doing tonight? They were birthed from other family members, and still you can see them dating men that resemble what they daddy looked like, and my husband was the one that raised them.
This baby here, boy. When I seen it, I say, "Ooh, that's me." On every Instagram page, this man got guns and weed, and I'm like, "Well," I'm like, with all these guns, how do you like him? Like I'd be scared to be around somebody with all them type of guns. But then I had to look at it. That's how I used to be. She done been with me with my flag on and with my red on and my gun hanging out my pocket, and we on the block. I'm like, but and then sometimes when you get away from that, you forget who you used to be. And when I see him, I gotta humble myself every time because that's who I used to be, and I have to tell her, look here. I
So
mean, I understand.
when you see that, and then you know that that's because this one of the conversations what I had the other week.
Me.
See, you men thinking one way and women thinking a different way. So what we was talking about is the situation that happened in Memphis. And I don't really want to say the names or whatever like that, but you know what the rappers and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said you with the rappers and stuff. I'm listening.
Yeah, in Memphis, and I was thinking about Reverend Run's daughter is dating this guy, and how, as a parent, you feel knowing that your daughter is in that situation.
Cause that's what I'm saying. You can get you when you dating people that's of that nature. You gotta understand that, and this is what I tell everybody: when you become in the streets, you sign your whole family up for it. Even
Right.
though you a part of it, you sign your whole family. And anybody that's affiliated, because see, the streets are so treacherous that if we can't get you, we'll get somebody close to you. As
But
you
what
see
I'm
what
asking
happens.
you, how do you feel now that your daughter
Well, that's
is
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel in danger for her because
right?
just say he get into some trouble, they could come at you or baby girl or
Right.
whoever, or y'all can just be out and about on a date. Cause right now, how these kids doing it, they don't care where they catch you at. They
Right.
don't. That man just left a funeral and got killed at the funeral or after the funeral. It's like they don't care. So I'm trying to tell them, but right now they, they on that. We ain't talking right now. She ain't. So I don't know what they got going on. But still, though, the fact of the matter is that no matter whether y'all talking or not, the streets know you got a baby from him. Now I don't know how deep in the streets, like I say, but I'm talking about this man got assault rifles. That's what's killing. Like, what you need, and I haven't really sat down and talked to him yet because I want God to give me the right words and stuff to say, talk to him. But at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, I'm in my mind, I'm like, what you need an assault rifle for, bro? Like, for real, like, is it that bad? Because when I tried to reach out and talk to him, he did want to talk. This before the baby was born, but I
Mhm.
got his phone number, so I'm gonna sit down one day and cause he play basketball, he pretty good. He play AAU. He on the AAU team, but still, I don't see no basketball pictures.
Yeah. So what are you hoping to like shift him, like maybe talk him and shift him in a different, not saying that make him go in a different direction, but maybe like trying to get him to focus in a different way. Okay, then he done dropped down off the panel, but yeah, I have some questions. How you doing tonight, Divine Destiny? I haven't seen you in a little bit. I'm doing pretty good tonight. I wasn't going to stay on much longer or whatever, but I just had came on here and just, got into a couple of conversations is all. But for those of you that we planted some things the other night or whatever, later we'll be showing them as they come up and they pop their head up out of the soil and everything. But if you're not growing anything, start to prepare yourself and get some things growing in your garden and all of that good stuff. And okay, he came back up.
Yeah, my bad.
Thank you for stopping by, Divine Destiny. I appreciate you for coming through and supporting me. And I see you peeking in every now and then. Thank you so much. But yeah, I was what were you saying? Because you had dropped down.
No, I think you was asking me, was I trying to steer him like um away from what he doing? All I can do is give him a word of encouragement. I mean, I didn't have,
Yeah, well,
I
that's
can't
what I'm
afford.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I can't, because I remember it was times people talked to me like I could have had a full ride scholarship. I probably could have been in the NBA, NFL, or whatever. But I chose the street life. I mean, it's up to him. But he one thing that's different, he got a responsibility. I ain't have no responsibilities at 17, 16. I didn't have my daughter till I was 25. So, once I turned 25 and I had a daughter, things started to look a little different to me. You know what I'm saying? You can't straddle the fence with them kids, and I don't want my child to see me like this, even though she was seeing me like that. It just, I guess it was the prayers and how my mama raised me to know that this not right. So something got to change. I
Right.
fought it for a long time. But I went on and gave in.
Yeah. Well, no, God always got his way of positioning people in the right place at the right time. So as you talking about this this young man, I can definitely see, how the two of you all can come together. Yeah, divine destiny. God don't make no mistakes. I can see
Mm-mm.
how he's positioned now, because you have a different there's different things at stake right now too, that you are invested in all the way around. One is your daughter, one is the grandbaby, and then this is young man that's the head of his family, and it's like, okay, then so
And
not that I'm saying you can change his mind about everything, but I do think that when you've lived that same life, there is a wisdom that is in
because I understand without him having his father in the penitentiary, his mother in the penitentiary, living with his grandma, but his grandma like she's in the streets herself type, it's like
yeah,
and so I understand like that's what you got to grab onto when you staying from house to house because his grandma get mad or kick him out, whatever. I don't know the whole story behind it. I'm just listening to what my daughter tell me. You feel
mhm,
what I'm saying? So like I understand but when she talk like see when he go see his daddy, like he cried because he wish his dad or his mama was ill. His mama got like 35 years, his daddy got 12, you know what I'm saying? And they just started they saying it. So I know for sure whenever they get out, my grandbaby gonna be almost to middle school, maybe late elementary, early middle school. So well the mama is gonna be a while because she in there for murder. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like wow, you know what I'm saying? I understand his pain. And that's the thing I want him to know that I understand his pain. You feel what I'm saying? I don't,
yeah,
like, and I understand why you run into the streets, but bro, if you got basketball talent, you need to run to that court. The streets gonna kill you, bro. It's a bunch of talented men, including myself, but God blessed me to be here to
right,
do what I'm doing now. But it's a lot of talented men that's 6 feet under and could have been something else or playing basketball or
right.
anything. Doctors, lawyers, anything, but that street life just look because that's what we see when we wake up every morning is the street life. Then don't let your little homie come up wearing Jordans and looking good and this, that, and the third, and you like, man, this how I'm getting money. Then you jump into that, or this is what we doing. So I understand.
Yeah, divine destiny said that's good that you are present in his life. Yeah, it ain't nothing like talking to somebody who can understand like where you been at before. It's hard to talk to somebody who ain't never walked a mile in your shoes and everything. So I feel like
Hmm.
there's a like he ran into your daughter for just for him to be able to meet you and to impart some things upon you. I could be wrong. I could just be talking, but then what if I'm right? So
One thing I believe it, and I help you, and I thank you for even really opening my eyes to see it that way because I always wonder, like, and I tell people this story. If it wasn't for my mama dying, I wouldn't even be the man I am today because that was my crutch. That was my codependent. I know I can get whatever I need. So God had to take her away and for me to grow and put me in certain positions to go to people to get his knowledge and wisdom, which is God, but to help me to show you this is what men do when you don't have nobody. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you need to know. And then, so like I was mad at God for a long time for taking my mom away, but then I had to realize it helped me because I'd probably be dead if my mom was still here because I know I could run game on it and get whatever I wanted to. I'm her only child. You feel what I'm saying? So,
I
you
mean,
know,
that's an amazing observation that because literally when you said that, like you done sparked a whole nother thing in me because I too I too feel the same way about losing one of my babies.
Uh-huh.
Looking back at it now, I thank God for him being here, and I thank God for taking him to go with him, because if I was looking at what I would have been facing had he not taken him, I can't imagine what would happen. So I'm grateful for the time that he allowed me to, have him, hold him, you know, be a part of our life for the short time that he was. But I'm at peace.
Right.
So knowing that your mom was, just the way you were able to look at it now, you were so hurt about it. I felt that hurt before about somebody, even my mom, being removed from my life too. I know that my mom, for me, probably would have been a break stopper, because she doesn't know anything about being a wife. She was a single mom her entire life. So
Right.
if she would have been the one that I was able to run to every time me and my husband got into something, it probably would have eventually ended up that I would leave my husband, because I would have been getting advice from a single mother, that, and that's no dig for her, but
And my daughter. Oh, I'm so glad I got a smart daughter. Scorpio's different. I'm a Scorpio. All three of us Scorpio, but Scorpios are different. So sometimes when people tell us stuff and if it don't register, we not hearing it. So I was on the phone. And she was asking the boy for something. Well, you don't need him. I raised y'all by myself. I'm like, no, 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 no. And asked her how much she struggled raising y'all by herself. You need help. Everybody need help. I say even Jesus had 12 disciples. Come on, everybody need help.
all 12 of them.
Everybody need help. God needed Jesus. God needed Moses. Everybody need help to spread whatever they need to do. Everybody need help, bro. You can't do this by yourself.
Divine Destiny, you funny. She says that while I'm divorced, girl. Yeah, no, just because I know just the one argue, it's just like, as you think about it and you go, you don't be thinking about those things at the time, but as you get further in it, you can actually see it. And actually, those are everything that I saw with my mom, I thought was going to be a part of my life. And what I'm saying to it, okay, so let me just say, my mom passed away when she was 42 years old. I also thought that since my mom passed away when she was 42, that the same thing was going to happen to me. I also thought that my mom was a single mom. She was never married. I'm going to be a single. Nobody's going to ever marry me. And I don't know what happened in my life to make me think that everything was going to go the way that everything did for my mom, but that is a thing that I feel. And at this point, God has shown me that you may look like your mama, but you are not your mama. And so all of those thoughts, and even there's a lot of things that she did that I thought that I would end up doing those exact same things, and I did not. I did it different, but I can definitely see there's certain reasons, why certain people can't, God can't do what he need to do, because they would be in the way of doing it. And it's not a knock for those. That's just, they went as far as they can go in our life at that time, and it's time for them to go to a resting place. Yeah, my mama.
Yeah, but you have a good night, ma'am. I'm finna go in here with my wife and watch a movie or something, or go to sleep.
It's
All
11
right,
o'clock.
then.
All right.
All right. Give her a little bit of extra foot, no. No, I'm just
Yeah.
that's y'all thing. Go ahead and enjoy your wife. Thank you for coming up and having a
No
conversation
problem.
with me.
No problem.
No problem. Thank you. Good night. Um, yeah, Divine Destiny. What you say? She hated my husband. She was celebrating my divorce more than me. Ooh. See, and look at God. He's the chain breaker, and you're a beautiful example of God's love. I know that's right. And you're here helping everyone. I'm sure trying to put it out there. My mom, she actually told me one time, she said that she had a dream. She had a dream one night that the husband, my husband, that I'm the only husband I ever been married to, but my husband, she had a dream that I left my husband and went back with this other guy that I was with. And she said that when I left, in her dream, when I left my husband, she said she slapped me. The one who she was saying I left my husband for in the dream, I was like, Lord, let me slap my own self if I do something like that right now. Like, no. But why even did I tell that story? But wow. But yeah, I couldn't imagine that. Well, that's the way she felt. She felt about my husband, that she wanted me to be with him, but for her to have the dream that she had, no. One thing that I do know, when I walked in the relationship with me and my husband, I was praying him away before we even got married. My favorite thing was, every time I seen him, Lord, if he ain't for me, move him out of my life. I said the same thing over and over again. I even told him one night, I say, I still be praying that prayer sometimes. Lord, if he ain't for me, move him out of my life. 20 plus years later. So no, I'm saying when I first met my husband is what I'm saying, Divine Destiny. No, what I'm okay. Let me say what I was saying again about the dream. Who she was talking about, she was saying in her dream, she dreamed that I told her that I left my now husband for an old boyfriend that I used to date. And I was telling her, let me see my own self if that's gonna happen. She said she slapped me in the dream. But the way that I would go to her, like whenever me and my husband got into our little issues or whatever, I know that eventually it would have been a problem, because my mom, once we did click back together, she probably would have done a thing, because at this point, now I done moved away from her and I'm living here where I am. She would have looked for any way to like connect with me at this point. And not out of her own doing or something that she would have wanted to do, but I don't think she would have been in the capacity that she was in. I wouldn't think that she would be willing to ride with me, whether I was right, wrong, or different. She wouldn't be in a position where she's able to be unbiased. And I'm able to do things like that. Even with my daughters, some of their husbands can be wrong. When they wrong, they wrong. When they right, they right. I'm on the side of right. I don't care who you is or whatever. But I hope I explained that in the right way. But when I say praying him away, when I first met my husband, anybody who I met and was trying to talk to me on a situation where they wanted to date or whatever, the first thing I did was, Lord, if he ain't for me, move him out of my life. And the flip side of that means, if he meant for me, then he ain't going nowhere. So that's how I work that. And so I'm saying now, I've been off of that same prayer. I've been with my husband for 20 plus years. So, and I told him one time we was arguing, I told him, I still be praying that prayer to God sometimes. But I was just joking with him, that's all. I was just playing. But yeah, this turned in. I came on and I wasn't even gonna come on here. I just would for this long, and I don't even think I'm gonna be able to keep this live up because I think we done said a couple of words. I don't know what YouTube gonna do about this video right here. So it is what it is. When I'm gonna put it up, it probably just turn yellow or something like that. I don't even know, but I'm learning my own self. I'm like, yeah, you explain well. You're very blessed to have a long, beautiful marriage. Yes, and I'm telling you, Divine, marriage is not the easiest thing because we are all humans, and just like you won't get along with everybody in the world every single day of your life, you have ups and downs with them. Marriage is the same way. The same exact way. Like we have days when we absolutely just don't like each other. We go and you do your thing over there, I do my thing over here, and okay, and when we write, but looking back at it, I'm just like, Lord, it's one of the hardest jobs, if not if not the hardest job that I ever had, because there's been lots of times that and I can say some of those times when I wanted to call it quits, it wasn't even about things that you want to call it quits on. It's just like you don't agree with everything that I say, so I want you to. It would be little stuff like that you'd be mad about, but I mean, a lot of it was if he doesn't agree with everything, that'll be cause for me. Well, I'm out. I'm ready to go. No discussions or whatever, but you learn, you work through those things, and trust me, those things that was so petty and small back then don't even amount to a hill of beans after you get this far in the game. But I've also seen people that done been in it forever and a day, and then they get down to these last 20 plus years, and then they decide to go and do something really crazy or whatever. So, but I am very thankful for the 20 plus years that I had. I just don't want to make it seem like it's no breeze. But I tell you one other thing, it was better than doing it by myself. It's just sad that I didn't know that while I was in it and I wasn't doing it by myself, that I didn't, if that makes sense, that I didn't know that I wasn't in it by myself. Because I had a single mother, I still thought with a single mother's mind set. So me doing everything with the kids and everything often made me feel like I was alone doing things by myself. But I had a provider. And I was able to move and do things with my kids in the way that any mom, well, I wouldn't say any moms, because moms, there's a big variety of moms, and some just, but the way that my mom couldn't be there with us, I was able to do those things because I had my husband. It was two of us. I was able to be home with our kids all the time. I was able to go to school with them, all of that kind of good stuff. None of the things that my mom was able to do with us, because she was the one that was working. I think it's sweet you smile when you talk about him. Now that's blessed. Yep. And sometimes the same person that can make me have a smile on my face can make me come on here and be going on too. But for the most part, he has definitely definitely been a plus in my life, a great blessing. So Hey, God made you both for each other. Amen. And I know he probably can tell you some stories where I done tore his last nerve up, but I got on his nerve, but oh well. I totally get it. My mom had 9. I'm number 7. Woo woo. Yes, goodness. Yeah, you can't when you got a mom that can be home in the house and she don't be a hover around watching every little thing you do, you don't get away with too much. So, but yeah, I'm glad mine worked out this way. I wouldn't want to do it the way that my mom did it. You know, I'm thankful for what she did, what she could do, but I wouldn't want to do it the same way that she doing it. Yes, and two, I ain't crazy about now. If it's my kids, it's my kids. But I don't like the you know, back in the days when you used to grow up and it'd be like 2 or 3 families in the same house, be about 20. Listen, I almost have be about 20 of us in the same house and everything. I don't like those. I don't like those type of dynamics either. Unless you're able to have a million eyes on, you know, I like being in the comfort space of me and my own kids and not having to worry about what nobody else gonna do or no none of that kind of stuff. So those things I am absolutely grateful for. But okay, we done been on here an hour and 37 minutes. I think we done put in our time for the night. Now I gotta figure out how to go and I'm gonna just let this video do what it gonna do because you know I don't really understand all of that good stuff yet. But one of these days I will. But it was good chatting with you. You feel the same way about your mom. Oh yeah. Yeah, she didn't my mom definitely towards the end, she was putting in overtime trying to bring some corrections to some of the things, you know, without literally having the conversation. But you know, I can definitely see her efforts, you know, hearing other people's stories. And now I'm like in a place now of where I'm starting to hear and I can tell my story, and because I'm telling them my story, then they can tell me another part of the story that I didn't already have. So it's kind of like that's the space that I'm in right now. It's like talking about certain things that happened to me, but learning what was happening on the flip side of it. Because like where I was away from my mom, my brother them was around her, so they got the inside of like what was really going on with mom during that time when you decided to leave or whatever. So you know. Listen, that's thank you very, very much, Divine Destiny, for that compliment. Thank you very, very much. And I do take that as a compliment. You know, I just love the way that Angela Mailu just how she spoke and everything. She's like very mesmerizing when she talks. So, you know. But okay, then I'm going to say good night to you all. But and like I said, if you thank you very much again. If you're not growing anything, find you something to plant. The next time I come over here, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna how I'm gonna cut the potatoes to be able to get them ready to go into the ground. But if you ain't preparing for your spring garden, you know, to put something in the ground and everything, you know, go ahead and throw you a little something down there, throw you some seeds around, let you know, see what it's gonna do. You know, do some kind of preparation, you know, grow you something. Food is good that grow in your yard. But let's see what else I need to say. I'm just gonna say blessings to everybody that came through and hung out with me, because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to spend your time over here with us. This has been Life with Tashana, and where we talk, grow food, and just grow in general. So until next time, I will see you all later. You be blessed too. Well, we gonna get into it, Divine Destiny. Just check out the other videos and everything. It's already some little things of what we started out the other night, like little you know, lettuce and stuff like that in the last two videos that I did. But we gonna when I come back on here again, I'm gonna show how I'm gonna divide the potatoes to get them prepared, and the process of doing that before they get planted. So we're gonna definitely grow some food. You have a good night too, y'all. Good night. Thanks again.